What if I told you in 1997, it was predicted all the things that were going to happen in 2025?
Wow. By who?
Just watch. It's not prophecy. This is prediction. But look how spot on a lot of this is. And also, I'm going to drop the list that further elaborates. And we're going to go through the list of things, that weren't listed. But listen
So
to
prediction
this.
still kind of like prophecy,
It
though.
is, but then prediction is you did not get that insight for God. God did not directly give you this information.
Right.
He could have, but God still will give you information, but you might not be hearing it. You doing it haphazardly, but God is
Right.
telling you.
If this was, I'm going to use this word predicted for lack of a better word. This is not prophecy, but prediction.
You're right.
If this was predicted 27 years ago, somebody knew something.
Exactly.
Okay, here's the list. This is an abbreviated list. I could have made it much longer. You know I can. I didn't. Okay, you ready for the list? Fast mutating viral disease pandemics. Genetically developed vaccines. Smart IDs. 1997! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scream, but, just make sure none of you are nodding off, because the eyes get heavy. And
1997, y'all.
DNA database tracking. DNA chips. Get this one. 1997. Gene-based pharmaceuticals. Transmitting genetic instructions for a disease process.
Wow.
How about this one? You ready for it? Wait for it. Artificial intelligence
Wow.
to determine gene patterns.
Ooh.
27 years ago, who had heard about AI?
No, zero.
Apparently they
Somebody had information.
Well, yeah.
How about this one? Robots for doing genome sequencing.
Robots? Wow. Okay.
And then, this one blew me away. Using recombinant DNA for making spike proteins. 1997?
Wow.
It gets even worse.
We know what that was.
Homes.
Smart cities.
Yep.
They have a whole chapter on smart homes / smart cities.
Yeah.
Wow.
This one will absolutely floor you. It did me. In 1997, and this is, you can do the word search and research yourself. They predicted, not 2025, but by 2020, that people would be working from home virtually.
No.
Wow.
40%.
Ah, come on. Listen, that's...
1997. Zoom wasn't even a thing then.
No, didn't exist.
I mean, how do you know that? Because you're the one who did that.
Right, pretty much.
World War III, of course. Nuclear devices causing widespread contamination.
They're saying that smoke that we seen.
Nanotech devices. This stuff was never even heard of. Digital currency. And last but certainly not least,
What?
vaccination programs. I'm sorry, I got to chuckle, because if I don't, I'll cry. Vaccination programs run by organizations like the World Health Organization for a global killer that has yet to emerge.
That's tough.
Guys.
First printing, February 1997.
Wow, that's deep.
So the original book, because I found the PDF for it, and I'm just going to go over. So there were 83 predictions. There were 83, but we're going to go over, I think there are only 10 that really hit home that we saw. And the book was from the 2025 scenario of the U.S. and global society reshaped by science and technology by Kotz, Mofa, and fine. I get Hines. I guess these were the scientists or
Coates, Mahaffey, and Hines.
these are the ones that I'm going to research later and see what were they really about. But I skimmed it down, and just to say, I just wanted to see which were the ones that really took effect in since
1997.
Since in 2025 from the 1997 prediction. So he already said smart. So smart home. So smart, that everything became smart. TVs, phones, thermostats, locks, cars, appliances, global networks, internet, fiber, Starlink, continuous digital communication, face-to-face. What is that? FaceTime.
Yep.
Zoom, WhatsApp, all those things that they predicted in 1997. AI systems, what's that? Is that rivaling?
Yeah, rivaling.
Rivaling human learning. ChatGPT, which I'm reading to you from. Claude Gemini. These are all rivaling learning expert systems that exceed a human being being able to regurgitate this information.
So number 5 is virtual reality for training and design.
VR used routinely for training and simulations. The VR military uses this, medical training, aviation, architecture. All these people use these things. Read number 6.
Remote work becomes widespread. Large portions of the workforce work outside traditional offices. COVID accelerated remote work permanently. Hybrid and remote work are now standard across industries.
Come on. How would somebody know this and just be able to predict this?
This is insane.
That's cap. That's
Yeah.
cap. That's cap. That tells me the world has been planned out way longer than we know.
Digital medical records.
My
electronic
chart.
health. Yeah, my chart. Okay. Wearables tracking health data. Genomic understanding of diseases. Yep, the Human Genome Project. And then you have genetic testing.
23andMe.
Medical genomics and cancer genetics. Personalized medicine, precision medicine in cancer treatment, pharmacogenomics, adjusting medication to DNA. Longer life expectancy with better health. People live longer, healthier lives. The reality is medical advances, chronic disease management, and longevity medicine, preventative care. Wow. Widespread surveillance and monitoring, CCTV, smart city sensors, online activity tracking, metadata collection, environmental and weather monitoring satellites. Wow. Oh, look at 12. Go ahead, Mike.
Online voting and polling and surveys. Electronic surveys and voting mechanisms expand. Online polling, digital civic engagement, limited online voting in some jurisdictions, digital referenda and petitions. Cyber crimes dominate crime landscape. Crimes become economic and computer-based, which they did. Ransomware, identity theft, data breach, financial fraud, cyber wars, which happens on a daily. I'm in the IT area. That's a normal, regular old thing, which is terrible. Language translation technologies. What we use: Google Translate. Imagine when we traveling somewhere and you don't speak the language. Boom.
Yep.
Global popular culture. So it says culture flows across borders rapidly. TikTok, YouTube, Netflix. So all these social media apps that you can share cultures and see what people going on somewhere across the planet.
Wow.
You read. Go ahead.
Multinational corporations dominate. Large corporations operate beyond national boundaries. Amazon, Google, Apple, Meta, Microsoft. Supply chains and markets are global. Customized products. Mass customization becomes normal. Custom shoes, phones, cards, personalized ads, feeds, and content. Smart infrastructure. Infrastructure monitors itself. Smart grids, bridge and traffic sensors, predictive maintenance systems, environmental monitoring, and climate focus. Sustainability becomes a central organizing principle. Climate policy, ESG, carbon tracking, renewable energy expansion, environmental data, shaping decisions.
Let me read 20. Epidemics and global health crisis. Epidemics continue to occur, especially globally. Y'all remember the 19 pandemic? You got the global supply chain disruption, and things with speed record getting vaccines. And what was also said in the video, it was a little part about saying and things that were bigger to come.
Okay.
So that lets y'all know this world. That's why I'm a big fan of, and continue to tell y'all to get closer to God, because you're in the matrix, people. Oh, yeah. The only one that can get you out this matrix is God, because they playing you from the jump on this earth. Human beings are playing you from the jump. There's no way somebody just predicted they're going to be doing this. Some of these language didn't even exist in 1997. How would they know to talk like this in 2020 for 2025? Come on, get out of here.
Yeah.
So that means somebody already had this written out on how they were going to want the world to go.
Yeah, I believe that. I really believe that. Wow. I mean, how do you know that if you don't know that? I mean, if you know that, it's no other way.
No, it's
but
no other way.
Who would that be? Is that government? Is that, the
powers that be.
elites?
The powers that
the
be.
people that's running the world?
The powers that be.
So many things that they probably are, even the next 10 years. They have things ready to come out in, what is this? In 2026 plus another 10 is 2036.
Right.
Insane.
And there was some stuff that it said that was to come that I'm not going to read, that it was saying to come, because I don't, it has not happened. I can't guarantee that it happened. And it just mind blowing.
Wow. So
this world is set up. And if these people aren't prophets, because the only people that can hear words are, if you ain't a prophet or a psychic, which is technically a person that's supposed to be hearing from God, but they're using their gifts wrong, you have getting this real information from a real source. So boom, be careful. This world is trying to play you.
Yeah. And really, it's just being prepared for, it's already been people who have the prophetic voice and, have the gift and are getting it from God. They're already telling us some things, what's going on, but look how far ago. Even The Simpsons. Remember, it was it was The Simpsons.
Yeah.
When a lot of things are always being predicted on The Simpsons.
But there's too many things lined up. 40% of the workforce works remote. How you gonna know that? How you know that? All right, y'all. If y'all want to see more things like this, I don't know how many things like this are replicated, but this kind of falls more in a little bit of conspiracy, but it actually became real, so it's technically not.
Right, yeah.
So it actually became factual. So, but we'll see on the next one, man.
Let us know what you think.
Bye.